Good morning. I look like a priest slash egg right now, but it's Tuesday. I'm gonna do another weekly vlog this week. I asked on Instagram if you guys wanted a full week of workout, another weekly or like daily vlog, or what I eat in a day, or just like a standalone like in-depth workout video. And weekly vlog won, which I wasn't expecting. I thought people would want like a what I eat in a day or a full week of workouts. I'm listening to what the people want, so we're gonna do another weekly vlog. I want to make sure that I'm not just posting like the same video every single week, so I do want to make sure I'm switching it up a bit. But this week I thought I'd do a bit of a vlog and maybe do a bit more of a fitnessy vlog, because it's then a full week of workout, so I'll try and get as much training in this video as I can. But yeah, it's Tuesday today. I just took yesterday to have a bit more of a like admin life sort of day. I'm about to go for a run, which I did last week if you watched last week's vlog, but I feel like it's better. I don't want to say better weather for it this week because it's actually a bit colder and a bit chillier, but I feel like this is the ideal weather for running, because last week I actually got quite hot. So for my outfit, I've gone for you know the really old Alphalete 3/4 zip ups, like the seamless pullovers. I think that's what they were called. They came in like mocha black. Can't remember the other colours. I only ever picked up black, but I wish I'd picked up more. I might have a look on Vinted and see if anyone's reselling them, but because these are the only, how crazy is this? This was the last time, I'm pretty sure, they did a tight, well, I mean, it's not that tight, it could have been more fitted, it wasn't the best fit in the world, but like a fitted long sleeve full length option for women. And I think they came out in it was the year I got my nose done, so it was 2021 when these dropped, and they've not done a fitted full length long sleeve option for women since. And it's fucking cold in England. Like, I appreciate they're based out of Houston, I get it, but their entire customer base doesn't live in Houston, and it's so cold at the moment. Like, and I don't want to just wear hoodies. Like, yeah, obviously I've got Alphalete hoodies I can wear in the gym and if I'm going for a run, but I don't want to wear a hoodie to run in. And I just need like full length, like I'm dying for like a jacket, like a zip jacket with pockets, because this doesn't have pockets. I'm just needing some more versatile options from Alphalete, because honestly at the moment, like when I'm going for runs or my gym's like a warehouse gym, it's super cold, it's getting difficult because I want something long and full length on. I need long sleeve, I need fitted, I need jackets, I need like thin but like breathable seamless long sleeve pullovers. Like, yeah, that's just a little Alphalete outfit rant. We're struggling over here in the UK. I've got my Nike Vomeros on, which I don't think they're the best. I need to go and get a gait analysis done because I know I want to run more, so I'm gonna go and get a gait analysis done, because I know I can ask for running shoe recommendations, but everyone's feet and needs are different, so I'd rather just have a gait analysis done and know what I need for my tootsies. And then I've got the Tenacity shorts on. I'm gonna go and do a warm-up before I run, because I didn't warm up last week and I was in a bit of pain afterwards, so I'm gonna pop the video here of the warm-up that I'm gonna follow. Like, obviously I'm PT, like I could make my own warm-up, but I'll be honest, when it comes to running, I'm not well versed in running. And I feel like when you do a PT course, obviously you learn a lot more about weights and cardio, yes, but you don't really go into the depths of like running technique, really like niche warm-ups. You don't do that with a PT course. And so the knowledge I've built up over the past 5 years is more so to do with weights, because that's what I've been doing, that's also what people come to me for. Like, people come to me for weights, but I need to become more well versed in running and technique and warm-ups and stuff for myself, but also for clients. So yeah, but I'm going to use this warm-up for my run, and yeah, I will see you guys when I've been for my run. Welcome to another vlog. Who am I? Who would have thought I'd be running? Literally not me. is done. I've finished my run. I tracked it on Strava, but I don't know if it's accurate because I'm not using my Apple Watch at the moment. What is the best like fitness thing? Is it an Oura ring? Is it a Whoop? Is it an Apple Watch? Is it something else? I don't want to get a Garmin because I feel like that's for like proper runner people, and I'd rather just something, a wider range of things, if that makes sense. I don't see myself becoming like a proper runner girl. But yeah, if you guys have got advice on which is the best fitness tracker, I feel like I should be advising you on it, but I don't know. But my Apple Watch has been dead for months and I don't know where my charger is, so I can't charge it. I need to buy a new charger, and I will buy a new charger because I've got an Apple Watch. But an Oura ring's good, a Whoop band's good, because I do want to get more into that sort of level of tracking and like wellness and health and stuff. So do let me know. But yeah, obviously my Strava is just on my phone, and like I said, I didn't have any fucking pockets, so I just had to run with my bottle. People on Instagram were really concerned that I've been running with a hydro jug. Guys, it's a tiny one and it's not heavy at all. Yeah, I just had my phone in my hand, so I did 3.15k in 18 minutes, average pace 5:54. Don't know what any of this means. Like I said, I'm really not a runner. Athlete intelligence, solid run with consistent pacing across anaerobic zones, suggesting strong fitness. Your recent 3.1 kilometer run at 5:54 is a solid effort consistent with your previous 3.4 run a week ago at 6:53 km. The faster pace and shorter distance suggest you may be working on speed work. I'm not working on anything, to be honest. I'm just trying to get from A to B. There was a fly on my leg that was really uncomfortable. Keep up the consistent training, you're making progress. So apparently my run this week is better somehow. How does that work? Because I feel like my average pace is worse. I feel like I did it slower, but I also ran less. So I don't know. And that's like the pace like analysis thing on my phone. But yeah, I did another run and I'm really happy with it and I feel amazing. I've been talking about this a lot on Instagram and in vlogs and stuff at the moment, but honestly guys, if you're sick of fitness at the moment or you're sick of the gym, please just go and try something else. Running, Pilates, yoga, whatever it is. I don't know, swimming, a triathlon, like go cycling maybe, I don't know, whatever floats your boat, but go and try something else, because I think the crux of it is I was trying to follow a very structured and very specific training regime with no specific goal, and I loved rinsing and repeating the same workouts week in, week out, just focusing on weights, not really doing anything else. When I had really specific goals, like really wanting to grow my glutes, really wanting to grow my quad, I loved training in that way. But I feel like my fitness rut has come from the fact that I've been trying to still train in a very specific way, but I don't have a specific goal anymore. So the way I was training was not in alignment with my goals, because I was training like a bodybuilder with no bodybuilding related goals. Like I'll always say, like, I won't be mad if my muscles grow a little bit more, like I won't be mad at it, but I'm not like actively really trying for that at the moment, and that's not the way I've been training for a while now. And I enjoy my training again because I was just trying to force myself to train in a very specific way with no specific goal, and it just didn't make sense. My goal at the moment is just to enjoy what I'm doing, feel happy, look good. That is always a goal of mine. I want to look good, okay? I don't care if it makes me a vain ass bitch. I want to look good, I want to feel confident, but I want to feel healthy, I want to be enjoying what I'm doing, and that's my goal at the moment, and my training is now in alignment with that. Like this morning, I didn't want to go to the gym, so I've gone and done a run instead. I feel amazing for it. I feel so good. I don't do like a run there, run back. I run basically there and then walk back, which I think I prefer doing. I feel like I wouldn't like doing a loop, but maybe I will try that, I don't know. Anyway, I'm absolutely gagging for a gingerbread latte from Costa, which is the nicest drink, by the way. Like, that is the best festive coffee drink available, other than obviously Mel's maple matcha. You know, that is the best one. Also, Marks and Spencer's cinnamon bun latte tastes like a Christmas candle. Like, it tastes like actual wax. And their raspberry and white chocolate matcha, because me and my friend went yesterday. I have some news and I just don't know if I'm ready to share it yet, so yeah. And they're awful. Like, it's actually awful. The raspberry and white chocolate matcha is the white chocolate in the room with us, and the raspberry syrup that they use is like jam, so it doesn't mix in very well. And that cinnamon bun latte tastes like a Christmas candle. Like, it actually tastes like a candle though. Like, it's horrible. Like, it's so weird. Not a fan of that whatsoever. Yeah, Costa's gingerbread latte absolutely slaps. So I'm gonna go and get myself one of those and then go home and wash my hair and then it will be time to make some food and crack on with some client check-ins, because it's my client check-in day today, so I'm excited to see how everyone's getting on. But yeah, let's go get a post-run latte and go home. Hi, can I just get a small gingerbread latte with oat milk, please?
We don't have any oat milk at the moment. We have got coconut or soya.
Can I have it with soy milk, please?
Soya, yeah, that's
yes.
fine. Anything else?
No, that's it, thank you.
Sure,
thank you. It's just a vlog in Amy's car, maybe. Should we? I could probably do a whole vlog in my car at some point if you guys wanted that. Not driving though, obviously, because that would be dangerous. It's Tuesday. No, it's not Tuesday. I'm lying. Wednesday. So yesterday I cracked on with client check-ins, and then I made a decision to actually transfer all my clients onto a different way of tracking things. So I was very preoccupied yesterday, but I want things to be as easy as possible for my clients. Like, I don't want them to be thinking, because I've been coached before and I hate Google Sheets so much, and the app that I use now has like an in-app tracker, so I've switched everyone over to that. So that's what I was doing yesterday at my client check-ins. This morning it's 1:10 now. I've just finished at the gym and I just had a KFC wrap for my lunch. Does anyone remember when I used to get a KFC wrap after the gym literally like every single day? Probably this time last year. I've not had one in ages, but I needed a quick lunch and I thought I'd have more time between finishing the gym and therapy. So I was going to go into town and I wanted to go to this poke bowl. I think it's called Hokey. But it's like a poke bowl place in town, and I get like a spicy salmon mango sriracha poke bowl, and it's fucking delicious. I've run out of time because I need to be at therapy at 2 and it's 1:10 now. So yeah, I just trained glutes. There's one thing I didn't film because the way that people were like positioned upstairs, it would have been making people feel uncomfortable. So I didn't film hamstring curls, but I filmed the rest of my workout. So I'm gonna pop the clips in when I finish this little yap. Okay, glute and hamstrings workout. I have gone through a hip thrust 1,000,001 times, but on this day in particular, I decided I really wanted to just focus on going a little bit heavier with my hip thrust again, which I've not done in a couple of weeks. I've been doing B stance or triple contraction and doing like lighter ones. So obviously with me just going back to doing heavier ones again, I did have to come down. I think I was on 140 before, so I had to come down to 130. But again, slow and controlled, making sure that my form stays nice and clean. Obviously, as you progress towards the end of a set, if you are training hard enough, your form will start to break down, things will start to slow down. And personally, I wouldn't actually count my last rep because I didn't get the barbell all the way up. You can see I'm not locking out properly, but your sets should be looking harder. Like if your first rep looks the same as the last rep, I know everyone says it, but it is true. You're not training hard enough in terms of if you want growth, if that's something that you're after, if that's something that you're interested in. Moving on, I did RDLs. The point I wanted to make here was just if you put a movement second, you will not typically be able to lift unless you've done like a really light thing before. You typically won't be able to lift what you could if you'd have done it first. So I think in a recent vlog I was doing 80 on these. I did 70 this day and it felt just as heavy as the 80, but I did my RDLs first on this day, if that makes sense. So the order in which you do your exercises does matter. If you have a particular lift that you want to progress on, do keep that in mind, because if there's something you're really trying to push to get stronger on, I personally would put it first. I do notice a difference in my strength and my output in a movement being second in a workout, third in a workout, fourth in a workout, as opposed to it being the first movement. And again, my reps slowing down through my set because I'm training hard. And like I said, like I've mentioned this so many times, I don't have like crazy growth goals at the moment. I'm literally not following a structured program. My workouts are changing every week almost, but I still want to train hard because it's something that I enjoy doing. I just don't want to train hard on a strict program. So I then did some dumbbell step ups. After this, by the way, I did hamstring curls, but I wasn't able to film it, which I've already explained. But dumbbell step ups, I honestly for the longest time massively struggled with these to get them like firing my glutes up. If you are in the same boat, I would highly recommend trying to find a setup in your gym that allows you to hold on to something like I am. just like having your hand like touch the wall isn't the same. I find I can really focus on pushing my hips back now that I've got something to properly wrap my hand around. And if you don't have a setup like this, try doing them on the cables, because cable step-ups are amazing anyway, but then by default you have the cable to hold on to. But I just find that it gives me that extra stability that like grazing my hand against the wall doesn't quite give me, and it didn't allow me to really push my hips back in the movement, do it as slow and controlled as possible, and really try and hit my glutes in the movement. So yeah, as with any single leg work, I personally do rest a little between legs before I'm going in and I'm doing the other side, and I'm just doing the exact same thing again. I've mentioned this 1,000,001 times, but just as I have touched on body image in this video, keep in mind when you are watching your favourite fitness influencer, people film like the most flattering angle. Now, I don't think I look bad here by any means. Having watched the footage, I feel like I was just having a bit of a meltdown this day. However, this side, filmed from this side, looks so different compared to the other side. If I wanted to just show the best possible angles, I'd have switched my camera and put it at the other side to get the same angle on this leg. But to be honest, quite frankly, I can't be asked. But yeah, if you ever film yourself and you think, why don't I look like my favourite fitness influencer? Angles, cameras, lenses, all plays a huge role. Like, look at the difference between those two sets. They look very, very, very different. Honestly, my body image, and I'm very cautious about sharing about body image, because I feel like if I speak about body image, it sounds like I'm speaking about my body as though these are facts. It's just the way I perceive myself. That's how I view body image, and that changes. My body could look the same through an entire month, but how I perceive it might change depending on how I'm feeling and the sort of headspace I'm in and how my body image is feeling and how I'm perceiving myself. Does that make sense? So take what I'm saying with a pinch of salt, because I'm always conscious about talking about this, but I want to just touch on it a little bit because I'm about to go to therapy, which it has come at very good timing, because I feel like I don't want to say I need it. I go to therapy because I feel like it really helps me, but I feel like today, honestly, when I was in the gym, I just felt simultaneously really like not tight enough whilst also feeling really skinny at the same time. Like, I felt like I looked, and it's going to sound ridiculous because you're going to see the workout clips and I've just looked at them and like, I know you can see I've got muscle, but I felt like I looked like I'd never stepped foot in the gym in my life. That's how I felt in the gym. It was just such a mind fuck, my body image in the gym today, and it's always around my period, always around my period. I know that when you're on your period and just before your period, your hormones change all the time throughout the month. Your water retention goes up. So if you find that you weigh like 3 kilos more 1 week of the month, it's your period, it's water retention. That can happen. It can fluctuate up to like 5 kilos, I think. Some people fluctuate a lot. But also because of those hormonal changes, you might be more in like a bit of a negative headspace. Especially for me personally, I really struggle with my periods, and I do find that I struggle with a more negative headspace during those times of month, and because I'm still on my period right now, I feel like I'm just viewing things very negatively. But I suppose in a good way, it's good that I'm aware of that, and I want to make you guys aware of it as well, because your period is honestly like a double whammy. It can change how you look because it can give you bloating, it can increase water retention, but it can also just impact how you are feeling mentally, which then if you are then in a really negative, nitpicky headspace and you genuinely are holding on to a bit more water or whatever at that point, it's literally like a double whammy head fuck when it comes to body image. I didn't even want to film my workout, but I said yesterday I want to make a conscious effort to film workouts, and when I asked last week, you guys were like, no, I love it when you include workouts, please keep including them. So that's what I'm trying to do. But yeah, like if you do find that you feel different about yourself, or you always feel like 1 week of the month or 2 weeks of the month you feel really ugly, or you feel like you don't look like you, or you don't recognise yourself or stuff like that, you do actually change in appearance. Some people do anyway, but also you are way more likely to be nitpicking yourself because of your hormonal changes. And I don't want to say, oh, well, women were just so hormonal, so emotional, but like, it is true, there's a lot of changes going on. So I'm trying to be kind to myself, and I do think hopefully if you guys didn't know that, that's going to help you, because for me, the only way I can sometimes get out of my head is logical thinking, and I just keep telling myself I'm viewing my body in a different way because of where I am in my period. I'll feel who knows, 2 days time, I might feel like a fucking Greek goddess in the gym. I might feel like, whoa, let's take a million selfies and all this sort of stuff. But today was not one of those days. So I'm just viewing it a bit more objectively, which might not be the healthiest way to deal with things, but that's how I am. Like, and I notice patterns, and I notice I go through like about a week or like a few days each month of feeling like this. So yeah, I don't know if you can tell as well, but I feel like I'm coming down with a little bit of a cold, which always seems to happen around my period as well. But I saw a TikTok the other day that said, does anyone get like flu-like symptoms around their period? And I feel like I do. But yeah, other than that, it was a great gym session. It was a good one. I would recommend that workout. It's very glute focused with a little bit of hamstrings. But yeah, I'm about to go to therapy, so I will probably catch you guys after therapy because I need to drive there. Yeah, apologies. I feel like a lot of this vlog so far has been me sat in my car, but it's just because I was rushing out the door to get to the gym this morning. Because I knew I needed to film, and then XYZ, and we've had issues with the door wasn't working, I've had to get a new key, all this sort of stuff. So that's why I've had to start this vlog first of all after my workout, so my makeup is a little patchy McPatchison, but also had to start this vlog in my car again, which I was in my car yesterday. Oh, by the way, do not get the gingerbread Costa latte with soy milk. Only get it if you can get oat milk. It tasted like nowhere near, it didn't taste like ass, but it was nowhere near as nice how I had to have it. So yeah, just keep that in mind. I know that some people hate me talk about this sort of stuff, but my Botox has kicked in. Isn't that crazy? You can still tell I'm frowning and raising my eyebrows because I don't get myself completely frozen, but my face just isn't going into lines anymore, which is perfect. That's what I wanted, because my line here was coming back. So yeah, Botox has kicked in. I can't imagine ever being fully frozen or even wanting that, because I like people to know. Like, I want people to know if they say something dumb, I can be like, girl. Anyway, therapy time. Good morning, guys. It's the next day. Oh, so yesterday after therapy, I took myself on a walk because our clocks went back. So it now gets dark at like dead ass 4 p.m. and it sounds, I feel like it sounds a little dramatic to say it, but honestly, as a woman, probably all over, but especially in the UK, when it's dark outside, I honestly feel like I'm on curfew from 4 p.m. during the winter months, because there is just no way that I am going out on my own, walking around in the dark. It's just not going to happen, and it's really annoying because I prefer doing like an evening walk, and I can't do that. Like, do we realise how insane that is, that I can't do... Well, I can technically, but I don't feel safe going for a walk in the dark on my own at 5 p.m. because it's too dark outside. Like, that's actually crazy. Yeah, it could just be like my perception of things, and maybe I would be completely fine. I'm sure I would be completely fine, but I don't feel safe, and it's not a risk I'm willing to take. So after therapy, I like going for a little walk anyway, because there's like a little tarn thing you'll have seen in like the little clips, literally like 1 minute from where my therapy is. So I just took myself for a little stroll around there to get some steps in, but also just to decompress a little bit. Weirdly enough, because I feel like I was talking about body image yesterday, we didn't actually end up discussing that because I've had a lot going on with work recently. I don't know how to, I can't really like go into it too much, to be completely honest, but just in general, I feel like this year has been a big year of making decisions that are right for me and putting myself in the right situation and feeling valued, and that's something that I've realised, which I should have realised a long time ago, is actually really important to me. It's really important to feel valued and feel like I matter, which we all want as human beings, and to feel like I'm progressing and like there's room to progress and like I'm sort of pushing forward with things. And I felt very stagnant with certain elements of work for a while, and it was honestly so helpful, our session yesterday. Like, I left feeling so much better about how I've been feeling and how I've been thinking about things, and it was also kind of nice to have things validated as well. if anyone is in like a similar situation of sort of just feeling sort of like stagnant and like undervalued, maybe being scared to make some like big decisions and stuff, something that she said to me yesterday was, and I don't know why, but it just really clicked in my brain, was, do you want to be a number or do you want to be Amy? Like, do you want to be the best version of yourself and feel like the best version of yourself and feel good about what you're doing when it comes to work, or do you just want to be a number? Like, do you want to be you or a number? And I know it sounds really wishy-washy, and obviously, like I said, I'm really not going to go into it because you'd be bored to tears, trust me, but it just really clicked something in my brain, I guess. But yeah, I definitely struggle when it comes to like making big decisions or just like standing firm in my decisions, which actually brings me on to something else which I was talking about on Instagram yesterday, and this sort of we're just doing therapy chats now, guys, whilst I get ready. By the way, sidebar, and then I will go back to what I was saying. I have been loving the House Labs foundation. Now, when I first got it, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't like super duper super impressed by it. On first impression I liked it, but I wasn't like super impressed with it. Just under a week now, and I think I do prefer it to my Armani Luminous Silk. It just gives me a bit more coverage. Like, I've used one pump of this, and I feel like if this was Luminous Silk, I'd have had to have used a lot more pumps. I'm obviously going to need to use it for like a few more weeks and like check if it breaks me out and just see how I get along with it over time. I've not been using my Luminous Silk, which is crazy because that's like been my go-to foundation on and off since I was like in sixth form, and I'm 25 now. For American people, sixth form is like 16 to 18. I know that's crazy because it's like a £40 foundation, but you guys, I wasn't on YouTube at the time, so you won't know. I used to own so many foundations. Like, I used to go and buy a new foundation like every other week. I was obsessed with foundations and finding the best foundation. I was just so obsessed with makeup. But yeah, for anyone that's sort of struggling to make a decision in life or feeling unhappy in a situation they're in, it could be work, it could be a relationship, it could be a friendship, could be just your environment. But yeah, someone asked me on Instagram yesterday, breakup scares me, even though I think it might be the right thing to do. Any advice? And I reshared some advice that I gave a couple months ago, which is something that my therapist always reminds me of when it comes to making any decision. I'm just going to read it from my phone because I feel like I've worded it better here, and if I don't read it, I'm going to be rambling for 10 minutes trying to explain myself. Sharing this for anyone who's currently in a situation that they don't like / is making them miserable but struggling to get out of it, or being scared to make a decision on it. I believe she referred to it as a landmine theory, but basically, just because the thought of making a decision is scaring you doesn't mean your current situation or staying stuck is any better. In this situation, it's like being stood on a landmine. You're not necessarily safe, happy, enjoying it where you are, but the spot you are in might feel stable. You might be scared to make a move or a decision in case you blow your entire life up by moving your foot in another direction. However, you're still standing on a landmine regardless, and staying in that one spot isn't necessarily any safer. Things could all still blow up. She's told me this 5 to 6 times in the past 2 years of us working together, and it really helps me understand, first of all, why I might struggle to make a decision, because I feel like understanding yourself and why, it's a really good analogy for understanding why big decisions feel so scary, even if you know the situation you're in isn't right. 2, how not making a decision isn't necessarily a better option just because it feels more predictable / stable. And 3, you shouldn't wait around in life for everything to blow up before you make a decision. That is one of my favourite things that I've learned in therapy. It's helped me massively understand why I've ended up in so many situations where I've stayed in a situation, relationship, friendship, whatever, far too long because I've just been so scared to make a decision and make a move, even though I knew it wasn't right. And to be completely honest, I've always been someone who in that regard has preferred having my decisions made for me. I would always rather just slog it out and wait until, for example, in a relationship, the other person gets sick of me and gets rid of me because it sounds awful, but I just couldn't make those decisions. Whereas now, obviously, I can, and that's not to say that's going to make it super easy, but it might just help shift something in your brain, whether it's a relationship, friendship, work, whatever it is, that might just help you out a little bit. And to be honest, I'm coming back to that point with work and stuff at the moment, and sort of just thinking a little bit more about that theory. But yeah, therapy yesterday, we just focused on work and how I've been feeling about that at the moment, and some things that have been going on with that. And it's really helpful to have someone who's not like, I don't know how to explain it, she's not like directly involved in my life, if that makes sense. Like some weeks we will go like right back to like childhood stuff, and we'll discuss why or how, or maybe like if I'm feeling a certain way, we'll go back and we'll be like, well, and we'll like talk about it like that. Sometimes it's just like situational, and it sounds dumb, but like I just need like some advice or like understanding why I'm feeling how I'm feeling, or I don't know. It's just a very nice space, and honestly I'm so glad I started. I've been going for like over 3 years now, and having that space every other 2 weeks has been like absolutely crucial for me. Like I'm not exaggerating when I say that my therapist has actually like changed my life and also 100% saved my life. And I don't mean between life and death necessarily, I just mean between living a very unhappy, miserable, not being myself life, and being able to live a happy life and be myself, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm being very elusive, but that's just because I don't want to start sharing like super personal stuff. I'm quite an open book online, but I just feel like I don't know how to describe it. If I don't want an opinion on something, I try not to share it, because I know that as soon as you share something, people have an opinion on it, and there's certain things that I don't want to have. It's not that I don't want people to have an opinion on, I don't want to hear people's opinion on it, because it's like my I don't know how to describe it. I feel like I'm being very elusive here, but it's my lived experiences basically, and it's not like a topic for discussion, and it's not like tea, and it's not gossip. Like, it's my life. And yeah, I mean, I ended up in therapy for a reason, do you know what I mean? Yeah, this morning I was going to go because someone asked me last week, I think it might have been someone called Sarah, if you're watching, deepest apologies, because my plan, my girl, this week was for me to go and do a pull day at the gym and film it. Now I might do a bit of pull tomorrow and film it, but I was meant to do upper body today. Oh, I did legs on Monday, a run on Tuesday, glutes yesterday, and even though I've not hit upper body, my upper body just feels tight. Like honestly I feel quite fried in terms of like I think my nervous system is fried, that's how I feel. So I'm going to take a rest day as well, because also, I mentioned this yesterday, but I'm feeling a bit stuffy, and I don't want to just keep pushing through and then end up getting sick, because if you watched my YouTube last year, I feel like I spoke about it a lot, I kept getting sick. So instead of that, I'm having a lovely, would you call it an active rest day if you're not actually doing any working out, but I'm gonna go into Leeds. I'll take my phone with me, not my camera, because I can't fit it in my bag. And to be honest guys, Leeds isn't nowhere in the UK is particularly safe, and I honestly, like, I don't feel comfortable having my big camera out in public anywhere. Like, I'm so scared that someone's just gonna like come past me and like rip it out of my hand. It's a bit like that with phones anyway, but I just feel safer with my phone. So I'll take my phone and I'll get some little clips, but I'm basically going to take myself on a little solo date because I'm going to London next weekend for Magic Mike. Finally, that's rolled around quick. That is just so funny to me now, because we booked that in a time where I just become single. We were like, you gotta like live your life again. Like, we've been friends since we were like 5 and we've never done a girls trip. Like, let's just go and fucking do it. And I feel like a lot has changed since then, which I'm sure I will like properly update you on at some point, but a lot has changed since then and it's just hilarious to me. But we're going, you know. So I'm going to Magic Mike next Saturday, but we're doing the full weekend, so we're going down to London on the Friday. We are going for food on the Friday. I think we're going to do a little bit of shopping, a bit of exploring, and then the Saturday, same again, we'll probably go and do some like touristy stuff. And then we've got Magic Mike, and we're going to go to Cahoots before, which is a bar in London which I've always wanted to, I'm saying always, but like since I've known about it, I've always wanted to try it. And they do like less alcohol. It's not even low alcohol, it's just like a weaker margarita, which really excites me because I feel like a lot of bars in London do very, like, I don't know, does anyone else that really, I love margaritas, but when they're posh, when they're like poshly done, I can't stand them. They're so strong and they're not nice at all. It's when they come in like a martini glass, I hate them. Like, give me like a, I don't know, a different kind of margarita. I don't know how to describe it, but every time I order a margarita in the UK, unless it's at like a food place that's not as fancy, I feel like I hate it. So I am intrigued by that. Oh, someone's ringing the home phone. The fact that we have jingle bells as the ringtone year round is actually criminal behaviour. But yeah, so I'm very, very, very excited for next weekend in London, but I don't know what I want to wear. So I'm going to see if I can find some other bits. I've got some options, but I really don't know what I want to wear. So I'm going to go and see what's in town and see if anything tickles my pickle and just take myself on a little date. Probably go get a matcha. I might do a black sheep apple crumble one today, because those are really fucking yummy. Like, they're really, really, really good. I've also got some little bits of admin work that I need to do, but luckily I can do those from my phone. So I'll probably go to Leeds, go sit in Black Sheep, do a little bit of work on my phone, and then have a meander around the shops and see what's in. But in true basic bitch fashion, I'm like obsessed with anything in the colour like burgundy, wine coloured, like, oh my god, dark red for fall, groundbreaking shit. But I love it, and I feel like it's also a colour that suits me. So yeah, I kind of want to see if there's anything in those colours that I can pick up. But yeah, thanks for getting ready with me and doing some therapy yaps. This is the House Labs foundation up close. I've put quite a bit of powder on, so I need to like spritz my skin with like a skin spray just to give myself a bit more life back into my skin. But yeah, this is how it looks up close. Yeah, I'm gonna get dressed. This robe, by the way, Marks and Spencer's, still one of my favourite things I've ever bought. And just like that, I am. What has happened there? Oh, I hate it when I let stories roll on, and then the sound comes on, and it was my phone was just happened. Anyway, we're ready. I've literally just shoved my hair sort of up. I've left some tiny little strands down, because it's windy outside, and if I leave too much out, it just starts looking a bit weird. But I feel like this looks a bit greasy, but I'm not trying to impress anyone, do you know what I mean? Motion, because I've turned the brightness up, but I've just put on one of my worst behaviour hoodies. This is a much lighter one. It's like a light terry, but I love how, you can't really tell, but it's got like a washed effect to it. But I want my puffer coat on, so I've put a thinner hoodie on so that I'm not gonna overheat and then have to carry my coat around. I want to just keep it on, so yes, I've done a little pony hoodie. Alphalete core tenacity leggings. I'm not joking, I actually haven't had these off. I wore them in last week's vlog. The issue with Aura is that it like bags out through the day and it gets really annoying, and then I hate having baggy knees on a legging, and even in an extra small they would bag out and it would just irritate me. And I didn't realise how annoying I found that until I got these leggings, and I realised, oh, these don't do that, and these are a size small. So I just find that these, honestly, and plus they're thicker. Aura, I love wearing day to day still, it's a very comfortable legging, but they are on the thinner side, and when it's cold outside, I found sometimes my legs were getting cold, which is something I don't even really consider. And I find the same with Amplify. Like, Amplify is so thin, these feel like a warm hug up my leg, and I feel like it sounds like I'm being paid to mention them in every vlog. I'm really not. I don't have to mention Alphalete in any of my vlogs. I just honestly and truly believe this is one of like the nicest leggings that they've put out. I just think the quality on them is insane. The hidden scrunchie's staying intact, and I've worn these 3 to 4 times a week since I got them about 3 weeks ago now. So I'm sold on the core leggings. But let's go to Leeds for a little solo date, shopping, matcha, admin work. Let's go. Guys, good morning. I look horrific. I fear I am actually starting to get sick. I've woke up this morning, this vlog has really not gone to plan. I woke up this morning with like quite a scratchy throat. You know how I mentioned yesterday that I felt like, what is going on here? This will not lie flat. Bloody hell. You know how I mentioned yesterday that I felt like, there we go, I felt like I was getting sick, like I felt like I was starting to get like sniffly and stuff, and then this morning I've woke up and my throat feels really scratchy. So I was going to actually go and do a full body workout today, but I need to practice what I preach, and as much as I want to train because I didn't train yesterday and I don't have time to train over the weekend, and that's going to mean I've trained 3 times this week, which wasn't my plan, take my own advice and rest, because I'm scared I'm going to make it worse if I go, because it is essentially another strain on your body. Working out, like your body takes a lot to recover from training sessions, and sometimes honestly I am a believer that training can help, but also if this is a start of something a bit nasty, I feel like when it's starting is when you're most contagious, and I don't want to give that to other people. So I'm gonna not go to the gym today, which means I'm sorry to whoever requested it, no back workout in this video. But yeah, yesterday I actually didn't end up buying anything. I found town so disappointing. I was having this conversation with a friend yesterday, and I don't know if it's because when I was younger going into Leeds just felt like such a treat, and like maybe the novelty of it has worn off, or like have shops gotten worse? Like there was nothing, absolutely nothing. I really wanted some like cherry red heels to take to London next weekend. Couldn't find any anywhere. Wanted just like maybe like another plain dress. Couldn't find anything anywhere. Why is everything like office attire? All the dresses in Zara have got these weird belts on them and just look like they'd be so unflattering on me. Like it looks like office wear, but you couldn't wear it to the office either. It's like office night out wear, and it's not my jam. It's not my cup of tea. Like what happened to... what, I've said this in so many vlogs, but I feel like what happened to like nice going out clothes that aren't massively oversized and that also don't look like business casual? Like what happened to those clothes? Because I'm struggling. I know that Polly and stuff still exists, but I always find their stuff a bit too girly for me. Like it's usually sparkly or sequiny, something like that, so it's usually a bit much. But yeah, there were literally nothing in town yesterday, so I just walked around, and then I went for another walk in the afternoon. So it's Friday today. I need to edit this video so that you have a video for Sunday, which is when you'll be watching this. So I need to edit this video. I need to sort my tan out as well. Like look at that. I still don't know what happened on my chin here, but it's just gone so weird this time. Like what's happened with my fingers here? My tan never does this, but it's like clinging to certain parts of my hands and then like completely come off elsewhere. And it's obviously completely come off my face because I look sick, but my neck looks awful. Like it's making me feel, ugh, I hate having like bad looking tan on. So it's literally gone like that in the past 24 hours. So I'm going to take that off. But I did have a few online orders come in, which I thought I would haul for you guys. One of which is actually a coat, which I was talking about on Instagram. So I ordered the TALA coat. I'm just going to get my tripod ready because I'm going to need to set you up to show you it properly on. I'm not like, I still need to try it on a few more times. Like I've still got the tag on it just to make sure that I do want to keep it, but I think I do. I didn't get the 3-in-1 puffer because I personally feel like looking at it, you can just tell that the sleeves come off, and something about that I find really unsettling. I don't really like it. So I got the reversible puffer bomber jacket, so it's like a 2-in-1, not a 3-in-1, because I think I've mentioned recently I love bomber jackets. Like I think they're really flattering on my shape, and I kind of needed a new puffer, and I wanted one that was a bit more cropped. So it kills like 3 birds with 1 stone. I wanted a more cropped coat, I needed a new puffer, and I was going to buy a bomber jacket, but I wouldn't want to have like the same fabric for like a puffer coat and a bomber jacket in 2 separate coats, if that makes sense. Like it just felt like overkill. So I'm very, 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 very happy with this, and the quality of it honestly feels really nice. Like I know the whole thing is like completely polyester, and I have to be like completely honest, I do find this whole thing that people have got at the moment about polyester quite, I don't want to say funny, but I just feel like there are people who understand what they're talking about and have valid concerns, but then you've got people who have no idea what they're talking about, and they're just like, yeah, but it's polyester. And I'm like, tell me what polyester is, Karen. Tell me what polyester is, because I feel like some of the people do not know what polyester is. And I'm not saying it's good, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm aware it's not the best fabric to use. But I'm not going to say it's made of like the highest quality materials because it is recycled polyester. And I think it's recycled polyester fill as well. But it feels so nice. So I'm going to show you it on. And then I've got a couple of jumpers actually to show you from Marks and Spencer's. So I'll show you the puffer coat first. Okay, I've put the light on because it's just way too dark in this room, but this is the reversible puffer. So there's loads of like adjustability on it. So you've got these poppers on the sleeve so that they can be a bit more snug, or they can be flat and loose like that. And they're a good length as well, like it's not giving my wrists are afraid of the dark. You've got a full zip up the front, and then you've got popper closers as well, but I'll probably honestly just use the zip. You've got an adjustable toggle on the side, which means you can cinch it, which I actually did. I need to cinch the other side as well though. So you've got one on either side, bomber side of the jacket. So you've got 2 pockets on the front as well, and those have also got snap pockets. The only thing is, where's my phone? Oh, it's here. I feel like the pockets aren't that deep. So can my phone get in there? No, that's a problem. I can't actually get my phone in there. Is the other pocket deeper? Is it deeper on the other side? I feel like I cannot get my phone in that pocket. So maybe not actually. But they're very nicely lined with this. But if you've got a Pro Max, I don't know, does anyone else that bought this coat find it hard to get the phone in there? But yeah, this is how the bomber side of it looks. I got it in a medium. I would 100% size up in this. It's very thick. I feel like on the website this looks shite. It looks so flat and like lackluster, but in person it's like a really nice matte fabric. It's not shiny at all, and it feels so thick. Like I feel like you can see how thick it is. You've then got a hood as well, which obviously you can take off as well. God, look at my neck, that is so disgusting. But yeah, this is how it looks on the bomber side. So yeah, and this is how it looks from the back. I actually really do like it. I'm just looking in the mirror. I've not actually looked in the mirror in this yet. I feel like this is exactly what I wanted, because I just wanted one that's a bit more cropped. I've come to the realisation that cropped coats suit me a bit better. It either needs to be cropped or long. The in-betweeny, like just covering my bum but like the bottom half of my bum is out, doesn't really suit me. Anyway, so then to reverse it so that you guys can see what it looks like without the hood. But on the other side it's more like a typical puffer, so you've got like the lines on it. I feel like this is this sitting higher because I've taken the hood off? I don't know. It says TALA here. You've got pockets on the front again, and then obviously with it being reversible you've technically got pockets on the inside as well. So again, you've got the zip up, you've got, I feel like that's one thing I don't really like. I don't like, but this is what you're going to get with a reversible coat, I guess. I don't really like how this is on the inside on this one. I feel like it just looks a bit weird, but I can probably try and, I took that away. So yeah, this is how it looks on this side. It just says TAL on the front, and then the back is super cropped and like very much puffy, but I love it. I think this is a keep for me because it feels like it's going to keep me nice and warm. So I think I'm going to keep it because I've not found one that's not shiny and is this cropped. I found a North Face one, but it's super shiny and I already have a shiny puffer coat, so I think I'm going to keep it. I was torn between this and the Aritzia Super Puff, but obviously that's not reversible and it's going to cost me a lot more because it's $250, and then I'm going to have to pay like import tax on it. So yeah, this is the TALA reversible puffer bomber, which hopefully this helps someone out as well, because I feel like I've not seen anyone talking about this coat. I've only seen people talking about the 3-in-1 one. I literally look like shit. I'm so sorry for how bad I look right now, but yeah. Then I'm in my jumper era, so I ordered a jumper from Uniqlo because I've been on the hunt for like a winey coloured one, and honestly the colour is perfect. I think it was actually called wine as well, but I don't think I like this. This is a medium. I feel like, why are all jumpers so cropped? I want my jumper to cover my bum. Kind of, I think that's what I want out of a jumper. This is a medium and I feel like it's not really giving anything, to be honest. And it's not, like it says it's super soft online. This feels like it would be itchy if I got really warm. But I've got very sensitive skin, so I don't know if I'm just being too sensitive. But this I honestly don't like, and I kind of want to take it off straight away. If you were looking at the Uniqlo super soft jumper. This is what it's like on me in a medium. I'm not a fan. I love the colour, but this is not what I had. This is not what I had envisioned. I feel like a priest. So this is going back. This is a no. Next, I've actually started buying clothes from Marks and Spencer's, and I started with jumpers. This is something I bought the other day and I'm definitely keeping it because I've like tried it on and stuff now. M&S jumpers. They're like, these ones are like 30 quid. All the ones in the 30 quid range. They're all made of like polyester, acrylic, whatever. I don't give a rat's ass. I find all wool jumpers, unless it's cashmere, which is so expensive, and I just, quite frankly, I don't have the funds to have all my jumpers be cashmere. These are technically like acrylic, polyester, plastic. They are so soft, way softer on the skin than most wool ones that I've tried, which I honestly, I think maybe I've got a wool allergy or something. I find it incredibly itchy 99% of the time. These are so soft. So this is one of the jumpers that I got. I got it in a medium. This is a longer one. It's got side splits and I just find it really comfy and I love the colour. It's like a mild heathery brown sort of shade, and I just think it's really nice and it fits really slouchy because I got it in a medium. So I'm very happy with this. 30 quid. I've not washed them yet, so I'll let you know how they wash, but for my first like clothes purchases from Marks and Spencer's, big thumbs up, big fan. And this feels so much nicer than the Uniqlo one, and it was the same price. So I would personally check Marks and Spencer's for knitwear because it's really soft. Like, obviously they've got different fabrics, so they won't all be the same, but if you can find the softer ones, I just think these are bloody brilliant. This is a large in another jumper from Marks and Spencer's. This is the first one I got. This is what started my Marks and Spencer's knitwear. I am not a knitwear person, but I feel like recently when I'm wearing leggings and stuff, I'm either wearing like an activewear top, which is fine, but I don't always want to wear that, or I'm wearing a hoodie, and I feel like a jumper and leggings versus a hoodie and leggings is a very different vibe, even though it's just a different top. And I feel like I don't always want the hoodie on. Sometimes I want to look a little bit nicer, if that makes sense, or a little bit cuter. I don't know. But yeah, this was the first jumper I think I've bought since I was like 17, 18. But yeah, it's from Marks and Spencer's. This is a large, so I would say like the sizing varies because this is quite short. Honestly, I probably should have done like an extra large or a double XL, so maybe try them in person. I wouldn't order them online because the sizing is kind of all over the place. This fits a lot smaller than some of the other ones did, but again, it's just super soft. It's not like the longest, but I'm not mad at the length. I did think it would be a bit longer, and I do wish I got it in a bigger size, but it's so nice. It's so nice and soft. I've washed this one and it's actually washed completely fine. I love the colour. Like, the colour is just such a nice like creamy heathered light grey. I love it. I think it's super cozy, super comfortable, and I'm very happy with it. Guys, this was such a rogue purchase because I thought this wasn't going to be like as dressy as it's turned out to be. So I actually bought this for London next weekend, and I don't know if I'm going to wear it because I feel like it's a little bit much, but now I'm conflicted because I love it so much. Like, I love this dress. I think I might just have to keep it in case an occasion crops up for it. But oh my god, guys, this is like I feel like I'm gonna have to show you in the mirror to properly show you, but it's this like wine coloured like leather. It's basically like a maxi dress on me. It's a little bit short of a maxi dress, but like, are we seeing what's going on here? I got the smaller cup size as well because I feel like every time I get a bigger cup size from houseofCB, it's way too big for me. So I actually went with the smaller one, and it's like not too tight. I'm gonna take this off so I can show you properly, because what the hell? What the hell? And then it's like corseted at the back, so you can obviously tighten it, or oh god, this is so nice. Okay guys, so this is the dress. Are you kidding me? And the fact that this isn't even like fully tightened, but I feel like this is so flattering on my body shape, and I feel like this is just, I feel like this is one of those dresses that if I keep it, which I feel like I'm gonna, it's like if I have an event where I need like a fancier dress, this can be a go-to for me for like a fancier event. And it's so stretchy, and the leather is like, obviously it's fake leather, but it's so stretchy and like soft, so it's going to be like easy to walk in. It's got like a little bit of a slit here, and then this is what it's like at the back. By the way, don't mind all this. This is clothes I've just taken off to try this stuff on, but sorry, are you joking? No, I actually have to keep it, and this is so silly because this is going to be like a once in a very blue moon dress, but I don't own many of these things, so I feel like when I find something that I really like as a once in a blue moon dress, I have to keep it. Like, I have to keep it. This is a keep. Oh god, and I still don't have anything to wear next weekend. Golly gosh, I've created such a mess now. I feel like that was a roller coaster of emotions, because now I'm thinking, do I keep that dress? Because I need to be realistic. Do I have many occasions to wear it? No, and it was quite expensive. But then I have another House of CB dress that I bought for a wedding years ago. I'm not saying that's like wedding appropriate, but I've kept it for years and I've worn it every single time I've had like an occasion that requires like a really nice dress. I've worn it every time, and it's quite a similar shape, to be honest, so maybe I should keep it. I don't know, let me know what you guys think, because I feel like I might need your input on that. But yeah, that's my little mini haul. I cannot recommend enough, guys, going to Marks and Spencer's for your knitwear. Like, I feel like such a grandma saying it, but honestly the clothes are really good. Like, there's nothing wrong with them. They're honest, and it's such good value for money as well. Like, these were £29, cheaper than Zara, and I went into Zara yesterday and all the jumpers felt so itchy and they were like 50 quid. I don't care if these are like inferior in material. I am not wearing itchy stuff on my skin. Like, that is painful. I am not doing that to myself. So yeah, honestly, cannot recommend Marks and Spencer's knitwear enough. And no, this is not sponsored, this is not an ad, but I am just so happy with these jumpers. For the rest of today, I'm going to edit this video because I need you guys, need is probably the wrong word. I want you guys to have a video for Sunday, because I feel like I've been very consistent with the vlogs recently and you guys are enjoying them and saying that they're giving you a bit of like Sunday company. So I think I am going to end this vlog here. I do have a house viewing tomorrow, but I need to like edit and export and get this video up, so I can't take you along with that. But the house hunting process is still ongoing. She's still going, I'm still looking. I found a few more that I'm gonna inquire about today, so I'm gonna do that when I've finished filming this clip. I'm gonna sort my tan out. But these are things that you've already seen me do, so I will see you guys in next week's video. Do let me know if there's anything, like always, that you want to see in vlogs or videos that you want to see in general, and I will make sure that I get them filmed for you. To the person who wanted a back day and a couple people thumbs up it, I'm really sorry. I had the full intention of doing like a full body but like more like back focused workout today, but I can feel that my throat feels, you know when it hurts when you swallow, it's starting to get like that and I don't want to make it worse. So we're gonna rest. We're going to do all my little admin-y bits that I need to get done, edit this video. And I also don't know if, like, from a recovery point of view, I'm going to be able to train as I was if I'm going to be doing a run a week. I feel like the last 2 weeks has shown me, yeah, I've only just started running, so maybe that's why I'm sorer, but maybe my current way of training is not feasible if I'm doing a run a week, which I do want to be doing, so I might need to have a rethink about things. I'd love to have 1 day a week doing Pilates, but there's 2 studios that I found in Leeds. One of them is Kuwa, Kuwa, and the other one is called like 1111 Studios. If anyone is local, which one do I try? Because I feel like they both look quite similar, but I'm very tempted to, I think it was, I don't know if both of them do it, I'm tempted to try and get like a 1-to-1 lesson, just because I feel like I would feel so anxious flinging myself about on a reformer when I've never done it before in front of people. That just makes me feel a little bit anxious. I'd kind of want to do like a couple 1-to-1 sessions, but I feel like that would be a good way to, first of all, start a new hobby through the winter, which I'm very big on. I'm big on making sure I'm doing a variety of different things and trying new things. That's what I want to do like this year. That's been a huge thing for me. I feel like even though it's hard, it could be like something slightly lower impact from the weights if I am going to be doing a run a week. So maybe I could pick up like a Pilates session, a run, and maybe 2 gym workouts. That could be like my new split. I don't know. I need to have a think about it. But yeah, let me know if you guys have tried either of those if you're local. And also in general, if you've got any like Pilates tips, because it would be like reformer, let me know, because if there's anything I need to know before I go, if there's anything I need to avoid, if there's anything I need to be careful with, let me know, because I've never done it before and I don't know much about it. So I would love to learn from any Pilates queens, but yeah, it could be a recovery thing, so I might just need to switch up how my split is. Yeah, because I don't want to get myself super run down. That won't be fun. And sort my tan out, because honestly, I'm feeling ugly, crusty and dusty right now. So anyway, I hope you guys have an amazing Sunday. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to when you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. And if you have any questions about like the Marks and Spencer's knitwear, or like the TALA puffer, or anything else, just let me know. But yeah, have an amazing Sunday.